Joining us now is CTV News U.S. political analyst Eric Ham. Eric, thanks for your time. I just wonder, is there a way of telling how much do you suppose is going on behind the scenes right now in back channels on the U.S. side to try and get these talks going again?
Well, what we do know is everything that Donald Trump has said he certainly believes. And while this may be a negotiating tactic, I think it's a negotiating tactic not only to extract concessions, but to extract the concession of Canada being a state of the United States. And I think that's what Donald Trump continues to push for, even as it continues to roil the markets. And of course, many of those who support Donald Trump from the business community and, of course, many of those C-suite executives.
So are you hearing anything from your sources about how likely a new trade deal actually is in the coming weeks? Because whether it is bluster or whether it is a tactic, all of this stuff is getting dropped in real time here, and it's really affecting the timelines.
Well, look, what we are hearing over and over from the White House is that Donald Trump certainly believes that tariffs are a way to extract and also to rebalance and reshape not only the trade imbalance that he believes is occurring between Canada and the United States. But also, too, Donald Trump believes that also Canada, and he believes that there can be enough pressure placed on Canada to actually get Canada to concede, not just to a trade deal. I think Donald Trump certainly wants more than that. This is about Donald Trump believing that he can actually make Canada a state. He believes that, and he wants that. And of course, we know that Donald Trump is in a race with China for critical earth minerals. And Donald Trump believes with countries like Canada and Greenland, he believes he can actually win that race with China. So this is about something very big for Donald Trump. And while he has certainly been very mercurial in his back and forth, on again, off again talks with China, Donald Trump is looking at a much larger goal right now.
And it certainly does seem that the conversation keeps coming back to that bigger picture, Eric, as you mentioned. But I wanted to focus on one more thing, too, because we know that U.S. lawmakers are kind of burning the midnight oil tonight on something else, and that's President Trump's big, beautiful bill, as it's called. It's a nearly 1,000-page bill, major implications on taxes and spending. Is there room to resolve that and trade quickly?
Quickly, no. There is room, I think, for both of them to get done. In fact, we know that the Big Beautiful Bill Act just ran into a massive hurdle, which actually could undo the votes and its ability to actually pass the Senate. So this is still going to be, I think, a massive, massive hurdle to get this over, because even if it gets out of the Senate, it still has to go to what is called reconciliation, where the changes to the bill made in the Senate have to then be signed off on by the House. Unclear that's going to happen. And so while all of this is taking place right now, there's just so much chaos, so much uncertainty taking place, not only in Washington, but throughout the country as the president walks away from both these trade talks, and it's unclear what will happen with his bill. And we have to remember, his former confidant and closest advisor, Elon Musk, continues to rail against this signature legislation of the president's. And so that could also be a factor in whether or not the bill actually gets to the president's desk.
No summer vacations in Washington and Ottawa just yet. Eric Ham, CTV News U.S. political analyst. Always appreciate your time, Eric. Thanks so much.
Thank you.